Have you ever heard of a haunted playground? Let's take a trip down memory lane to a small town, nestled among towering trees where an old forsaken playground lies. The centerpiece of this playground? A swing set, long abandoned and cursed by local lore. This isn't just a decrepit relic of simpler times, no, it's a chilling monument to a series of inexplicable disappearances of children who dared to swing on its rusted seats. Let's rewind to one moonless night when a group of daring, thrill-seeking teenagers decided to probe the mysteries of this cursed swing set. As they cautiously approached the swings, the wind seemed to conduct a symphony of eerie melodies through the rusted chains. The scene was set, but what happened next was something they could never have prepared for. Without warning, the swings began to move on their own. Each creak of the rusted chains was a sharp note in the chilling symphony, the swing swaying back and forth as if propelled by unseen hands. The teenagers' hearts pounded in their chests like wild drums, their bravado replaced with a primal terror. And then they realized they were not alone. Shadowy figures emerged from the inky blackness, their eyes glowing with a dread-inspiring malevolence. The teenagers' blood ran cold. Their instincts screamed at them to run, to escape the nightmare they had unwittingly walked into. And run they did, but not all of them made it. But the swing set wasn't the only haunted playground equipment in this town. In the outskirts, where the town's lights began to fade, laid an ancient playground. Among the rusted and forgotten toys, a slide stood out as if it was waiting, beckoning children with a sinister allure. Whispers that spread like wildfire among the townsfolk spoke of a haunting. They said the slide was haunted by the spirit of a little girl who, decades ago, met a tragic end right there. Despite stern warnings from their parents, children, driven by their insatiable curiosity and the thrill of danger, continued to visit this playground. They were drawn to the slide as moths are drawn to a flame, a dangerous, mesmerizing flame. One evening, under the cloak of a moonless night, a group of friends found themselves daring each other to slide down the haunting slide after the clock struck midnight. As the last chime echoed into the night, a chilling mist enveloped the playground. The air around them turned icy cold, each breath visible in the night. But they were young, brave, and foolish, so they ignored their unease and began their descent down the slide, one after the other. But what awaited them was not the thrill of victory over fear. No, it was a nightmare come alive. Each time they reached the bottom of the slide, they were transported back to the top, over and over again. It was a never-ending loop of terror, a chilling game that only the ghostly slide seemed to enjoy. Their screams, filled with dread and desperation, echoed through the silent night, a chilling symphony of horror. They realized, with growing despair, that they were doomed to relive their descent forever. They were prisoners, trapped in the ghostly grip of the haunted slide. Their screams echoed through the night as they realized they were doomed to relive their descent forever, trapped in the ghostly grip of the haunted slide. And then in the heart of the city there stood a modern playground with a cursed jungle gym. This was no ordinary children's play area. It was the subject of hushed whispers and fearful glances, a place where children had reportedly vanished without a trace. The towering jungle gym, seemingly innocent in the daylight, was said to hold a dark curse within its metallic structure. A group of skeptical teenagers, dismissive of these tales, decided to spend the night at the playground, determined to disprove the rumors. As they clambered onto the jungle gym, the metal groaned eerily beneath their weight, and strange symbols seemed to shimmer in the silvery moonlight. They laughed and joked, oblivious to the impending doom. Suddenly, one of them accidentally triggered a hidden mechanism. With a deafening clang that echoed through the still night, the jungle gym began to transform. It twisted and contorted like a living entity, morphing into a nightmarish labyrinth. The once familiar playground had turned into an alien landscape, its metallic corridors shifting ominously around them. Panic erupted among the teenagers. The laughter died on their lips as they realized they were trapped within the cursed jungle gym. The playful challenge had turned into a desperate struggle for survival. They frantically searched for an exit, but the labyrinth seemed to have a mind of its own, leading them deeper into its twisted bowels. The jungle gym, now a monstrous maze, seemed to mock their feeble attempts to escape. The teenagers' screams of terror echoed through the labyrinth, a chilling soundtrack to their nightmare. They were prisoners in a metallic fortress, victims of the curse they had dared to challenge. Hours passed like eternity as they navigated the ever-changing maze, their hopes dwindling with each passing moment. As dawn broke, the jungle gym abruptly returned to its original form as if nothing had happened. The teenagers were finally free, but the echoes of their screams lingered, a chilling reminder of the curse that lurked within. And so the playground stood silent once again, its cursed jungle gym waiting for the next unsuspecting victims, a sentinel of the horrors that lurk in the heart of the city. So the next time you visit a playground, remember these tales. The haunted swing set, the ghostly slide, the cursed jungle gym, each holds a chilling tale that echoes with the laughter of unseen children. In a small town, the swings move on their own, propelled by invisible hands, and teenagers vanish without a trace. On the edge of town, a haunted slide traps the unsuspecting in a never-ending loop of terror, their screams echoing through the icy night air. And in the heart of the city, a seemingly cheerful jungle gym transforms into a nightmarish labyrinth, trapping those who dare to challenge the rumors within its metallic grasp. These are not simply tales spun by imaginative minds, but eerie experiences of those who dared to test the legends. Playgrounds can be a place of joy and laughter, but as these stories show, they can also harbor chilling secrets that echo with the laughter of unseen children and the whispers of forgotten tales.